Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. A little bit tired today, but that's okay. Spring is here. Happy spring, everyone. It doesn't. It's really, really hard to enjoy life when you are so tapped in to what the fuck's going on around the world. Like right now, Trump is hosting a party at Mar-a-Lago, probably like 200, 300 people. Billionaires, millionaires, can't have more than less than six figures, in the bank account type of people. While we have like over 8,000 troops being deployed to the Middle East. I just don't understand how the Republican Party can be so disrespectful. And I think it's just they have gone full mask off. They don't care about the people. They care about the pocketbooks. They care about billionaires. They care about Donald Trump. And they don't care about you. Not all of the Republicans, but most of them. But yeah, that is where we're at. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what the fuck is going on. Let's see how he's embarrassing our country today. What atrocities we've committed today. And I think I'm going dancing this tomorrow. I might not stream tomorrow, and I might just go dancing. I almost went dancing tonight, but I wanna get some. Gotta get some tape out there. Gotta get some content out there. Gotta keep pushing the narrative, because we can't let them think they're winning. We have to let them know that there's still a resistance. We are the resistance. No kings are the resistance. Like every tweets, every TikTok, every fucking video you upload, every person who you say in person to, oh yeah, fuck Donald Trump. That's how we win. That's how we win.
So I'm wondering what this means for policy. Do you want to get a $1.5 trillion defense budget into perhaps a reconciliation package? I'm wondering if there is any movement on a House GOP reconciliation bill, and whether that's something that you would support.
I will support whatever it takes to defend this country. I completely agree with Lindsey Graham. What would the cost be if they had a nuclear weapon and used it against America? What would the cost be if they had long-range
weapons of mass destruction? Like, how can we put a price tag on getting them weapons of mass destruction? You can't put a price tag on that, Janine. That's priceless. Now, we're going to be secure with our national security for years to come. After the war. In years to come. We've done this before, bro. We've done this before. We've been doing this for 30 plus years, man. We gotta get out of the foreign war business. The foreign war business is good for the select few and bad for everybody else, okay?
ballistic missiles and use it against America. So this is a good long-term investment for peace and prosperity, stability in the United States and worldwide. So yeah. I will support a defense budget, increased defense budget, and and
I will give this update on the world view. The Prime Minister of the UK, Britain, is helping the U.S. and Israel bomb Iran, which kind of makes sense because there is this whole anti-Muslim movement in the UK and Britain right now. And if Iran had nuclear weapons, if they did, they don't. They're not anywhere near it, okay? As a matter of fact, everything they need to, well, not everything, but the things that the uranium that they need is buried under rubble and it'll take years to excavate, okay? But if they magically did that, and if they magically got a fucking bomb, then yeah, the UK and all the surrounding fucking areas would be at the highest risk. We wouldn't be at the highest risk because they would still need a way to get it to the U.S. Intercontinental missile or sneaking it in. I watched this movie, Sum of All Fears. Did not make me feel all warm inside. Did not like, oh yeah, America won. No, America did not win in that one. America did not win. We're not winning in this one. These are not W's. At least GW could be like, yo, we killed some tourists. But like, who are we killing in Iran? Like schoolgirls, whole families, apartment buildings, goats. Like, fuck, bro. What are we doing here? Look at him. Listen, look at it. He does look like, they look like ghouls. But this is what happens when you sell your soul. You turn into a fucking ghoul. No price. Yeah, there is a fucking price tag on it. There is a price tag on it for everyone. For everybody who's working right now, we're paying this price tag. You know, if you're gonna use my fucking money, if you're gonna take money out of my fucking pocket, you better be building some houses. You better be building hospitals. You better be giving fucking free lunch to every fucking school kid in the U.S. Free lunch and breakfast. Fuck you. All right. I want high-speed rails. Let's see. I want more walking spaces. I want clean air. I want clean water. Fuck me. Let's see. What else? What do I want with my taxes? I think if y'all were giving me those 7 things and we could stay on budget, then I'd be like, no, I wouldn't say that. Go ahead, go fuck around in Iraq. No, I wouldn't say that. I'm just kidding. But y'all could do some shit. Y'all could do some shit. If we were fucking healthy, educated, and not living paycheck to paycheck, bro, like nobody would be, a lot less people would be upset. But you're making everyone's lives harder. So now you're even losing your fucking strongest supporters. 3-time Trumper. She's like, well, I guess I'm just a fucking gullible idiot because this is ridiculous. Man. $3.69 is my gas station that I usually go to. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, $2.69. Oh my God, and it's about to go up. It's about to go more up.
And additional money, supplemental for our military.
When it comes to Iran and what's been happening with this back and forth with the White House and U.S. allies today, if U.S. allies are so crucial in reopening the Strait of Hormuz, obviously something that's critical in bringing down oil prices here in the U.S., do you believe that the White House should have coordinated with them better before starting the war with Iran?
Well, you have to remember, you know, Europe was similar to Obama. They appeased, and that didn't work. I mean, they were getting close to a nuclear weapon. They were building.
And it's not even just Iran. It's not even they're just picking on Iran. It's 3 a.m. in Beirut, and Israeli bombs are falling on civilian homes, wiping out one residential building after another. This is their play. Israel is all cards on the table, full court press. We're taking the Middle East from everybody else, and they've dragged us into it. Now, no, I don't. I was gonna say Trump could. He did come out and say he was angry about Israel bombing a liquid gasoline field, and said he didn't have prior notice of it, but everybody said that he did have prior notice to it, so he's trying to just save face, I think, a little bit. If it gets really bad, he could just abandon Israel. Like, that would be the best option. That would be all optimal option. It's just U.S. be like, you know what? We fucked them. We fucked them real hard and good. We're done. Israel, if you're going to keep fucking expanding and keep bombing school children and residential buildings, we're out. We're done. Sorry, you got to do it by yourself. But I don't think that'll happen because this is all part of the plan.
Ballistic missiles, if they had the ability to drop them in the United States, they would have. They put our troops are at risk.
When it becomes apparent to the normies what what I say, the plan, Russia, Israel, and U.S. deciding that it's time to expand imperialism for the three empires. Once that's confirmed, it's gonna be like the worst I told you so to everybody. Like, I'm gonna be screaming it from the rooftops like, I fucking told you, check the tape, I told you. I'm gonna be unbearable, but I'm also gonna be sad as fuck, because that means like, oh shit, yeah, we're in World War III. Kind of feels like it. It kind of feels like we're in World War III anyways.
And the Strait of Hormuz is not a place where we get a lot of our oil. I mean, the fact that if I was China, I sure as heck show up. And there's other countries that are completely dependent. The United States is not dependent. We all want the price of gas to come down. I grew up in public housing. I know the price of gas is devastating for families. But I don't want to be.
If you don't shut your bitch ass up, about growing up in public housing, if you don't shut your fucking mouth trying to say, I know what it feels like to be going through what we're going through, ain't no way there is no historical event in the past that you lived through that is equal to what we are going through. We are seeing the biggest global fucking energy crisis of all time. The Strait of Hormuz has never been closed this long. Okay, there has always been traffic allowed through it in some capacity. Like Israel said, like some of the tankers can go through, not all, not USA and Israel and their allies, right? If I was fucking a country like that, I'd be like, yeah, okay, cool. Like, we're neutral, all right? We're neutral. We just need to get our oil. Like, exactly, that's what I would do. This has created such a crisis, okay, that Spain is freezing rent. Okay, for the summer. They're till the summer. They're not going to allow landlords to raise the rent on anybody because the fuel prices are getting out of control. Okay? Where? If you, someone in power, have felt that struggle growing up in a Section 8 housing home. Section 8, it helps you pay rent for a place that you couldn't afford by yourself. If you grew up in that and then knew what it felt like to have to spend your last $5 on gas to make sure you can get to work and fucking get your kids to school. If you knew that, what are you doing? What are you saying to the president that we could do to help everyone, to help poor people, to help fucking a little boy in a Section 8 house and his mom, you know? What are you doing? I think it was during the Iraq War or something when the gas prices jumped. John McCain came out and with a bill. Let's see, what did he do? John McCain. Okay. During his 2008 presidential campaign, Senator John McCain proposed a temporary summer gas tax holiday to suspend the 18.4% federal gasoline tax. Oh, okay, that's not that great. But still, you know, there is options. It's like, okay, let's suspend the fucking how much is the federal gas tax? The 18.4 cents a gallon. Fuck! Suspend the federal gasoline tax until this war is over. Until this war is over, and save us 18.4 cents a gallon, because y'all dragged us into this war. We didn't want this war. So if we shouldn't be suffering. That's what I told my friend too, who's like, I don't need my government to make my life better, and that's why he voted for Trump. I'm gonna make my life better. It's like, oh, cool, all right. Well, then they shouldn't be making our fucking lives worse. Now, should they? Like, this is making everybody's life worse. All right, even mine. I could be dancing right now. I could legitimately go and be dancing with beautiful women. Oh my goodness, Louisa. Oh my goodness, Emily. Oh my goodness. But here I am, screaming at my friends and the internet.
Destroyed by a nuclear weapon. I don't want to be destroyed by a ballistic missile. I don't want my family.
Oh, really, bro? Really? Really? That's what you're worried about, but they don't have it. So you're scared about the fucking boogeyman. You're scared about the monsters in the closet. You're scared of fucking, I was gonna say aliens, but like, that's a real thing. Like, if you're scared of aliens, like, I feel you on that one. I don't think they would want to come to our fucking world. I think, excuse me. I think they see what's going on and be like, yo, y'all too violent for us. We cannot land here. Just fucking roll up the windows and keep driving by. Like, sheesh.
Family destroyed, or any family in the United States. The president's doing the right thing. Let's remember why we're doing this, and we all wanted gas prices to come down, and they will when this crisis is over.
Yeah, but the president obviously said last summer after those strikes that it had obliterated Iran's nuclear program. He then cited that as part of his reasoning.
If it were possible to do so safely at this point, why isn't the U.S. Navy escorting ships through the strait?
I can't tell you the answer to that, but I think right now it's still a dangerous situation. It's going to take a while for us to get control over the Strait of Hormuz. The most important thing we can do right now, and our job right now, is we'd love to get gas prices back down. But the most important thing is destroy Iran's ability to, produce a nuclear weapon, destroy their military, their ballistic missile capability, and hopefully, right, we end up with a country that wants to work with the world community and not be constantly destroying through all their proxies. So, I mean, we all want gas prices to come down. Nobody wants gas prices higher. This president doesn't want gas prices higher. But we have to be realistic. If you believe that Iran was going to use nuclear weapons against us, we had no choice but to do this, and there are problems short term. It's fascinating to me that Democrats now talk about gas prices Under Obama and under Biden, they tried to destroy the U.S. oil and gas industry. So we want prices to come down.
Difference is that they were trying to move us to renewable energy, which is working in Texas. In Texas, I think for like 6 to 8 hours a day, 80% of its energy is coming from renewable energy. But yeah, that was their goal. It wasn't wasn't anything. And then there was the Ukraine war. Yeah, they didn't start the Ukraine war. But this is the highest, like, I don't know what they were talking about, like, Biden's was higher gas prices than what we have now. Definitely doesn't feel like it to me.
I think, unfortunately, prices are going to be up for a while until this ends. But with Venezuela coming on, with American oil and gas coming on, with hopefully a positive resolution to this conflict, then prices will come down even further.
Mr. President, you've said that Iran does want to make a deal. Now, into the third week of this bombing campaign, what would that deal look like? What are the ask that you're making of the government?
They want to make a deal. They're talking to our people. I don't know if they say that to you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Don't forget, they are a country that for years, I didn't know this until recently, they're a country based on disinformation. And now they're using disinformation plus AI. And that's a terrible situation. That's a terrible situation. They showed all sorts of things happening in the last 2 weeks that never happened between their kamikaze boats.
This is their new tactic to discredit anything negative that's happened to the U.S. Military. They're literally just like, let's just call it AI. Fuck it. Then they have to prove it or disprove it. We don't have to say anything. It's like, oh, look at them. It's fake news, misinformation. They're using AI to make us look bad. Don't believe them. All right, you can't believe them. You gotta believe me. I'm your guy. They're fucking insurgents. You know.
Don't exist between blowing up the aircraft carrier, one of the great ships in the world, the Abraham Lincoln, on fire. They showed it on fire. I called the general. I said, General, what's with the Abraham Lincoln? It looks like it's burning down. No, it's not burning down. Not a bullet was ever fired at it, sir. They know better. I said, this is my first glimpse of...
They definitely have been shooting at our naval ships. They definitely have. The ship that I think he's referencing, though, was literally made to take those hits. So, good on us. We made a good fucking naval ship. I'm glad lives weren't lost. I'm glad that the ship didn't sink. That's hundreds of billions of dollars, I'm sure. I think we are over like 500 casualties, probably more, probably closer to 1,000, but they're only reporting so many. And they are having, a traumatic brain injury. So, like, yes, they're surviving the blast, but that still does damage to the insides of your body.
Of AI and what they've done with it. They showed buildings in Tel Aviv burning to the ground, high-rises burning. They showed buildings in Qatar. They showed buildings in Saudi Arabia burning, and they weren't burning. They weren't hit. It was all AI-based. Terrible. It's terrible. And that's their only, I think that's the only thing they do well. They're negotiating, and we always talk. When, somebody said, well, would you talk? Why would you even talk to them? I talk to everybody because sometimes good things come out of it. But I don't know if they're ready yet. They're taking a pounding. I don't know if they're ready yet. And we don't even know their leaders. Look, all of their leaders are dead. as far as we know. But they're all dead. We don't know who we're dealing with. We knocked out the first group, then the second group.
Yeah, that's not something to brag about, bro. We don't know who we're dealing with. Okay, so how will you ever get a ceasefire? How are we going to put an end to the killing? How are we going to stop spending billions on a foreign war? Like, it's not even that way. It's, so that's south. So, north would be that way. So, north would be that way. Well, technically it's both ways, but I think closer going that way. East. Get that way. Yeah. All the way over there. Why are we spending so much money all the way over there? We could be spending money right here. We could be spending that money here. Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's take 50% of our military budget. 25% goes to paying off the debt. The other 25% that we're saving goes to Medicare for all and housing and college. Like the $200 billion gives every teacher in the U.S. a $62,000 bonus. I would love to do that. Well, I don't know about that. I would love to give teachers a raise. Okay, I want teachers to be making $65,000 to $80,000 a year. All right, that's what teachers should be making. All right, 50 to 85. I think that's how much they should be making. And
Met 88.
we don't
met
pay them
to pick the leader because the first group was all dead.
So the ghoul known as Rick Scott, who should be in prison for ripping
They're
off
stealing my
Medicare, the
words.
likes to which this country had never